So my name's Akasajoti and I live and practice here at the London Buddhist Centre. And in this series of 6 videos, I'm going to be exploring our theme of life and liberation, drawing inspiration from the Tibetan teacher of the 8th century called Padmasambhava. So you can also see a series of videos that another teacher here, Maitreya Bandhu, produced a few years ago, where he's exploring more of the sort of history, life and legends around Padmasambhava. And in these, I'm going to look more at the symbolism associated with his iconography and suggest some of the implications of that for how we might empower our practice towards liberation. So we need to enter into a kind of metaphorical or imaginal realm to meet Padmasambhava. Again and again, my teacher, Sangharakshita, who's the founder of this tradition, he would warn against the dangers of literalism. And he actually said that the literal mind might be the enemy of the spiritual life. So what I take this to mean is something about how the tendency of the human mind is to want to sort of know and grasp and understand concepts in order to feel familiar and secure with them. But that sort of tendency limits our vision, limits our sense of potential growth. So with image and symbol, with metaphor and archetype, what we're doing is speaking a language that is more unlimited and unconfined. Symbols are set to point beyond themselves to deeper realities, and they're kind of inexhaustible and ungraspable. So this is the sort of language that we're going to need to speak to engage with Padmasambhava. And this is the language that the sort of Tibetan Tantric path that Buddhism communicates in. It communicates in this language of archetype and symbolism. So I can't explain the sort of whole history and fullness of Tantric Buddhism here, but what I can say is that it is the aspect of Buddhism which concerns itself most directly with what we most deeply are. It concerns itself with the nature of mind and the nature of reality. And traditionally, enlightenment can be talked of in terms of 3 aspects of wisdom, compassion and energy. And it's this energetic aspect as well that the sort of Tantric path, Tantric Buddhism, has come to represent and speak to. So it's concerned with that dimension of Buddhist practice that is about the transformation and liberation of energy. So Padmasambhava is the archetypal Tantric guru. I'm just going to say a bit about what guru means. The guru, more than a teacher, is one who activates the energies of the disciple or the student. So where a teacher might just be transmitting knowledge, what the guru does is transmits energy. They sort of communicate in a way that moves us and empowers us, gives us confidence. So I was thinking here of friends and teachers in whose company I feel like I come more alive and I become sort of brighter and more connected with an expansive vision and more confident in my own capacity to move towards it. As well as people who I know, who I sense know more than me about life and from whom I want to know from. So these people can sort of stand in as guru figures in my life. And Padmasambhava is the archetypal Tantric guru, so he's a symbol of that which empowers our practice and activates our energy. So in these videos, I'm going to look at 4 particular symbols of Padmasambhava and connect them with a teaching called the iddhipadas, which is found in the Pali Canon. So these 4 iddhipadas, they're from the sort of earliest development of Buddhism prior to Tibetan Buddhism, prior to the Tantric path. And pada means step or path. It can mean support or basis. And iddhi, it might be familiar to those of you who have already met Padmasambhava. It's connected with the word siddhi, and it can mean potency or splendor or fulfillment or even magical power. So these 4 iddhipadas, they're the 4 bases of spiritual potency. And someone who possesses iddhi, they're potent. This is a sort of potency of heart and mind, a potency that we can develop through meditation and practice. And we're going to see what Padmasambhava and some of the symbols that he holds has to say about these four. I just want to caveat all of this by saying that Padmasambhava is the archetypal guru. He, in himself, is an inexhaustible, ungraspable symbol. So he's not to be defined or taken literally either. But I hope that perhaps by encountering him, you might get sparked off, your energies might get activated, and maybe your practice will be empowered in the direction of liberation.